did the old YouTube switcheroo, changed my shirt because my camera batteries died, and I was like, well, if I'm gonna eat, I don't want to like get stuff on my nice dress. So yeah, had some lunch. Unfortunately, did not have cookout. This is old. I feel the need to clarify, I'm not sitting here drinking like days old tea from cookout. This container is just old. We went to cookout a few days ago and I put iced coffee in it, but that's neither here nor there. We are here today to do our June empties. I'm very excited. This is like the first time where I've been prepared and like already factored out all of the totals of things. So I can sit here and confidently tell you this is my best month this year. Not only have I finished off the most amount of products, I think, this year, but also I had a lot of big ticket items, so that greatly increased like the total amounts for the month. So yeah, I don't want to ramble too long. I don't want to take up a lot of camera battery. Everything will be down in the description box, like timestamps, so that you can skip around. I will leave like a breakdown of all the monetary value and things like that, and let's just get on into this. Okay, had to actually get my bin. Let's start with hair care. So I have two hair care items that are in here. I have a dry shampoo from Not Your Mother's. This is the Beach Babe Texturizing Dry Shampoo. I really like this. Is it any better than like their Clean Freak dry shampoo? No, not really, but I just love the scent of this. It's coconutty and it's so good. So I will continue to repurchase this, have this in my life. Not Your Mother's makes, in my opinion, like a really nice, affordable dry shampoo. I don't ever find that it leaves like residue or anything icky in my hair. The other hair care item that I have finished off is a fail. So this is from Pantene. This is their Mist-Behaving like dry conditioner mist. I had finished off one of these previously, sometime last year, I think. So I had this one kicking around. I had bought these because my hair is so like thin and like coarse and just dry. I thought these would be great for like in between washes, but they really aren't. I don't find that these add any like hydration or moisture or give any kind of like conditioning benefit to my hair. So won't be suckered into that again. I don't know, like I use like a hair mask and then I have like my creams and stuff like that that I put in. So like the wash day and the day after, my hair feels really nice, and then it's just like the life gets sucked out of it and it feels like a bunch of hay and it's so dry. So I don't know like what spray product I can use to like help combat that. You know, if you know, let me know. All right, let's do skincare. So the first thing, I have finished off my big size of the Garnier Micellar Water. This is their like 23 fluid ounces or 700 mils in here. Absolutely love the Garnier Micellar Water. So I really like the pink top. I couldn't tell you the difference, to be quite honest, between the pink, green, and blue top, but I just know this is the one I like. I really like to use micellar water, not necessarily to take off all of my makeup. I really enjoy a cleansing balm. However, if I'm like washing my face at the sink, it's too hard to like get right here in your hairline and get your neck with like the balm. So that's why I use the micellar waters, is just to go back over like the perimeters down my neck. And sometimes if I have like an eyeshadow that's super staining, like a lot of the Juvia's Place mattes, those really intense like bright colors, they stain my lids, I find that the micellar water helps to take that away too. So this will be something that continues to live in my collection. I did purchase the twin pack of the rose water micellar waters from Garnier. Those are fine too. I really enjoy those, so that's what I have on deck right now. Okay, so in the background, they have decided now to start weed eating. I thought they did that this morning, so you might hear that. But on the vein of cleansing balms, let's talk about them. So I have two that I have finished off, which sounds really weird. Like, how do you go through two cleansing balms in a month? I haven't. I have been working on both of these since January. I just use them like interchangeably, so they've lasted a really long time because, you know, using two. So the first one we will talk about is the one that it's not bad, but I didn't like it. It's from Derma E. It is their Universal Cleansing Balm. I know the ring light is giving a little bit of a glare, but it's dark now, so I have to use it. Anyway, this was fine. This did a fine job in removing your makeup. I could use this on my eyes. I didn't experience any irritation that way, so that was nice. This, however, had like a lemony scent to it that I just wasn't thrilled with. It also felt kind of gritty on my skin, and I felt like I always double cleanse after using a cleansing balm, But I felt like with this one, you really had to double cleanse. Like it left kind of like this greasy feeling to your skin. So it wasn't bad, it's just not my favorite. It did its job. It just, it had some cons in my opinion. So the other one is from this brand Vanilla. I believe it's like a Korean skincare brand, but it's their Clean It Zero cleansing balm. I really like this. Now they have ones that are like in different packaging. The pink one is like the original one. Okay, I think he's moved off. So anyway, what I was saying was the one in the pink packaging is like just their original. I think like they have one for hydration, one for like pores and all of that, but I just like the original. This is amazing. Now it looks and feels like hard pressed or cold pressed like coconut oil, but once you like warm it up in your hands, it breaks down. I love this. It takes away all of the makeup. I can use it over top of my eyes. It gently dissolves like mascara and things like that. There is no scent to it, which I really enjoy. And then even though I do double cleanse because I just don't feel like my skin is clean if I don't do it, this doesn't leave any kind of like greasy feeling or anything like that. So I greatly enjoy this. I have repurchased this in like, they sell it in like a huge container size that is like a better value. So I bought like the big ass one. I guess you're not supposed to cuss, but either way, I did buy the big one of this and will greatly enjoy using it. Okay, more skincare. So I have two serums that I finished off. These are my daytime serums. They're both from The Ordinary. So the first one is their Buffet Serum. This is one of the more expensive products that The Ordinary sells, but I really like this. And a serum, at least for me, only using it once a day, it goes such a long way. So I don't mind the like heavier price tag that comes with this. Their Buffet Serum is, if you're an oily girl, I don't know if you'll like it. I am an oily girl, but I use just a little bit of this once a day and I don't find that it breaks out my skin. When I was using this twice a day, I found that it did break out my skin. However, it just, the hydration that it adds back into my skin and just like the suppleness that it gives it is so nice that I'm willing to like be really careful in how much of this I use. So I really like this. This is a staple in my skincare routine and I have already repurchased it and I'm working on the new bottle. The other serum that I have from them is their niacinamide serum. This I love. I would use this day and night, but now that my nighttime lotion has niacinamide in it, I don't feel like it's necessary. So I only use this in the morning. But I really think that the niacinamide, now it wasn't like a miracle worker. You had to use it consistently for a while. But I feel like this really has helped the oiliness of my skin. Like it is nowhere near as oily as it used to be. I also feel like this has done a really good job with helping to reduce the appearance of my pores. Now again, it's no magical worker. Like they're still there, but I can tell a difference. So again, a staple in my routine and I greatly enjoy it. Okay, last skincare item. This is from Derma-E as well. It is their anti-wrinkle eye cream. I know, like it's one of those, the packaging, I have squeezed everything out, and when I hold this up to the ring light, I can see through the packaging. There is nothing else in here. It's just air. It's one of those tubes where it like refills. But anyway, as far as an eye cream goes, I didn't like it, but I didn't hate it. Like it wasn't amazing, but it wasn't terrible. I didn't notice that it really did anything. Like my under eyes felt the same. So I have since purchased a new eye cream and have been trying that out. I don't really know, like I don't have really any real thoughts and opinions on the new one compared to this one, so I don't know what that says. But yeah, it's just not for me. I'm finding with Derma-E, I'm having a lot more hits, or a lot more misses than I am hits. So I don't know what's going on with that right now. All right, let's do some body care. So I don't need to rave about this. I rave about this like every other month. But this is from Tree Hut. It is their shaving oil and I get mine in the Moroccan rose scent. I have not tried the vanilla bean scent, but I'm sure it's quite lovely. The original scent is lovely as well, but I just like the rose. You guys know, like I said, I rave about this so often that it's just unnecessary to keep repeating yourself, right? Just try this. If you're looking for something to give you a nice smooth shave, not chafe, a nice smooth shave, try it out. All right, I have this foot mask in here. So this is from Earth Therapeutics. It is their soft, cool, intensive foot mask. It comes in a sock type delivery system. My mom picked this up for me. She bought me 2 of them And I think that she thought this was a foot peel, and I did too at first, but it's not. It's just a hydration foot mask, and I didn't really notice that this did anything. Now granted, TMI, my feet are very like dry and calloused and horrible looking. So I think that if I did a intensive foot peel and then like a week or so, like after all my skin had like flaked and peeled off, did a hydration foot mask, that I would enjoy this a lot better. So I'm gonna hang on to the other one that I have in my collection, try it out after I do like the intensive foot peel, and report back to you then. But yeah, this is an empty. All right, who's surprised? I have a body scrub finished off. This is from Tree Hut. This is their cotton candy body scrub. It is completely empty, but let me let you look at the label. So I like the Tree Hut body scrubs. They are probably the most abrasive body scrub that I have tried. Like, you're really taking off some layers of skin, which I like and appreciate. But the scent of this, the cotton candy, it was like vaguely cotton candy, but then also kind of Play-Doh-y. But it's not old. Like, I just bought this and took it out and used it. So I was like, oh, cotton candy, like this is a fun summer scent. I just didn't enjoy it. So I would not repurchase this particular scent. However, I do enjoy their scrubs and will continue to purchase them, like, just in general. Okay, 2 more body care items and then we can get into the makeup. So they're both lotions. So if you caught my Graveyard Project Pan update, you will know I finished off the Vaseline Essential Healing Intensive Care Lotion in that project. This was fine. It was okay. Honestly, it's probably a really good lotion. Haley just really likes her scented lotions, and so I did not like this. This was like a chore to use, but it wasn't a bad product. I didn't find that it sat on top of my skin, and since it's on the thinner side, it's more appropriate for this time of year, so I did enjoy it in that sense. I have another one of these to finish off that I've already pulled out of my closet and I've been working on, and I'm really proud of myself because this and its counterpart are probably like 2 years old. So the other body lotion I have, or body cream I should say, is from Bath and Body Works. I did cut it open like always. So this was from their aromatherapy line. I think it was like a stress relief one. It was eucalyptus and tea. If I'm not mistaken, this is one of Laura's like favorite body care scents. I think I'm right. I think I'm right on that. So I picked this up, and like on cold, when I smell it, it does smell really nice. You get I feel like you get a really good balance of the tea scent and the eucalyptus scent, which usually eucalyptus is really overpowering. This smelled really nice. This is not that old. I think it's mixing with my body chemistry kind of funny. So when I applied it, it smelled just off. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but it wasn't as nice and pleasant of a scent as it was on cold. That's the first time, or at least it's the only time I can remember that I've had like an off experience with a scent from Bath and Body Works. So I do enjoy their creams, but much like the cotton candy sugar scrub from Tree Hut, it's just a scent thing. I wouldn't repurchase this particular scent. All right, makeup is what is left, and I have a lot of it. So if you caught my last Partners in Cream update, you will know that I finished off like 4 items from there. So let's go through those first, since you've already like seen them. So the first thing I have is this little deluxe size of the Smashbox Halo Tinted Moisturizer. I have mine in the shade Light. I did not enjoy this. The shade of it was super yellow, and I feel like for tinted moisturizers and foundations that don't have a good shade range, like one, they don't have like, you know, on the dark end, like nothing good. But then 2, on the light end, it like all their light shades are like really yellow. It's just very off-putting. I don't like it. I didn't like the way that this wore. It broke down funny. I just did not enjoy it. It also, which I get it, it's a tinted moisturizer, I know, but it was super light coverage. Like a lot of redness still peeked through. Like it was like, it just felt like, what's the point? You know what I mean? Like, just throw on a regular moisturizer and go about your day, because this offered like little to no coverage. So would not recommend, would not pick up a full size. Glad that that is out of my life. I have also finished off a cream blush, which I'm really happy about. I've been working on this since January, and there is only 4.5 grams of product, only 4.5 grams of product. That's still a lot of product. So this took a little while longer to finish off than I anticipated, but it is a cream blush from CYO. It was in the shade Smart Talk. I really, is there a point in saying how much I like this? Because this brand doesn't even exist anymore. But you guys know I like my cream blushes, so I'm happy to like have finished one off. Okay, another thing I finished off in Partners in Cream. This is the Cover FX Custom Enhancer Drops in the shade Moonlight. I was gifted this from Laura. You can see like on the side the little like markings that I had. So this was beautiful. I loved to wear this, like mix it in with my foundation, and I just feel like it gives your skin such a nice healthy glow. It was so nice. I did end up taking the stopper out of this, so I waited until the dropper of this could not access any more product, and that's when I removed the stopper. And then I probably got 3 more uses after taking out the stopper. So I feel like the packaging of this is A+. Like, it got basically all of the product out, and I did not have to work super hard to get like the rest of the product out once removing the stopper. So yeah, I do love these. I have 2 more in 2 different shades now in my collection, but I would definitely consider at some point repurchasing that Moonlight shade. Kind of just going all over the place with as far as like where these go on your face, but I have a lip gloss that I've finished off. So this was a ColourPop Ultra Glossy Lip in the shade Snow Day. Around Christmas time, I purchased the Vault that they had at Ulta, which wasn't all that good of a deal, but I did get it on sale, so I'm not that mad about it. I like the ColourPop lip gloss formula. This was one of those light pink shades that did have glitters in it, but I never felt like I could feel the glitters on my lips, like that it wasn't that intense. I know if you look down in there, it looks like there's still some product at the bottom, and there is, but I took the stopper out, I scraped and tried to get all that I could. I don't have like a bendy spatula to put down in there, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with calling this done, because at the end of the day, in my opinion, I went above and beyond by taking the stopper out, so I'm gonna count this as an empty. Okay, let's talk about something that's just not exciting. Like, I never think mascara empties are that exciting, so I don't adhere to like the 4-month, 6-month rule. I just go until they start to flake on me. So there is still like a little bit of product down in here, I guess you could say, but like I said, it started to flake on me, so that's how I know like I'm comfortable calling it done then. It would help to tell you what this is. This is the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara. This is just a little mini guy, but this is my favorite mascara from Benefit. I really love the wand on this. Like, I don't know, I don't feel like a lot of companies put out a wand like this, but I feel like this really did help to like lengthen and volumize my little stubby eyelashes that I have. So yeah. Okay, so these next 5 makeup empties I have, you have no idea about, because they were not in projects, or if they were, the projects ended and then I finished them off on my own. So the first one is a foundation. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this is like my 2nd or 3rd foundation for the year. Part of that is because this was one of my oldest foundations. This was like at least a year old, if not more, which is kind of embarrassing. So this is the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea. I have mine in the shade 15 in Fair Light Neutral. I did remove the stopper from this. Now, there might be a little bit of product left down in there. I tried to like sit this upside down, like over a container, but since the bottle is like wide here and then it like the opening is smaller, I think product just got stuck like in this groove of it. But I feel good. Like I said, I took out the stopper. I got as much out of it as I can. Technically, this foundation expired in March 2021. Now, it does have SPF in it, and I'm sure that's what was expired, not the actual like foundation. I never had like a negative reaction to this. This was a weird foundation in the sense of like, when I first got it, I wasn't a fan of it because it's more on the like medium coverage side. But after using it and like pulling it out and really having like to focus in on it that for the first part of this year, I really did come to enjoy this. It just wore so nicely and it blended out so well, no matter if I used a brush or a beauty blender or whatever. So when Tarte had their most recent like build your own kit, they had this foundation as something you could get in that kit. So I did partake in the kit and I did repurchase this because this is, you know, become one of my favorite like high-end foundations. Okay, this is probably my most exciting empty for the year. Yeah. So this is the Dip Brow Pomade from ABH. I have mine in the shade Taupe, and it's empty. We're calling it done. I know it looks like there is product down in there, but it is just all like dried and like caked to the packaging. I have already rehydrated this pomade twice in its life, and so yeah, I'm fine calling it done. This was a great value in my opinion. Like, I don't have a lot of eyebrows to work with, so I really have to draw mine in. So I feel like, you know, if you can go through an eyebrow pencil in a month, I can go through it in 2 weeks. Like, that's how little eyebrow hairs I have. But the pomade really lasts a long time and gives me a great like value. I want to say this is like a 1.5 to 2 years old. It was great. I have already repurchased and like started working on the new one. Funny side note though, since I had to rehydrate it, it still worked and performed fine, but the formula did change a little bit, obviously. So now working with like the fresh pot of this, I'm like, oh, this is what this felt like when it's brand new. Like, it's really creamy and like much, much easier to work with. I just think that's funny that it's been so long. Like, I forgot how a new one performed. Actually, this is a pretty exciting empty too, I must say. This is a blush. This, I don't know the name of it. I know it's from Ofra. I know it came from one of their holiday palettes, and I know it's a full-size blush from them because I have the shade Winter Rose that I got in a BoxyCharm like years ago, and they're the same size. So this is just what I affectionately call my Ofra Peachy Blush. I'm so excited, you guys. I finished off a powder blush this year. I don't think I finished. No, I did finish one off last year too. So I'm really excited about this. I just kept this in my like makeup drawer, and since this was a light peachy shade, I found that it layered nicely with other powder blushes, especially ones that were like super dark and that I like went too ham with. Like, I could actually use this to kind of help diffuse them and blend them out. I found that I can do the same thing with those very light like baby doll pink kind of blushes. So I do have one of those in my collection, and I'm going to pull that out and put that in my everyday makeup basket and see if I can maybe finish off a second powder blush this year, because that would be really exciting. Okay, I have my broke packaging. This is from Essence. This is their All About Matte face powder. It is stark white when it is brand new. Obviously, I finished it off. I did repress this in my little like repressing video, and there was like nothing left. Like, I finished it off the next day just setting my face. So when I first started using this, I didn't like this, but then I learned I was going a little too heavy-handed with it, and so I was causing myself to have like an under eye white cast from it. So learning how to like appropriately swirl my brush in there to not over pick up product was key. So I started using this to set down my eyeshadow primer and my concealer. I would set down on my nose and my smile lines, and I started to love this. This is the only powder that I have in my collection where I can put this on my nose, put on my glasses, and then I don't have that weird like imprinting on my nose from my glasses. I don't know what Sorcery Essence is doing, but this is the only powder I have found that can do that. So I will definitely be repurchasing that also at some point. Okay, the last item we are here to talk about, this is from Ulta Beauty. This is their matte bronzer. I'm pretty sure this was supposed to be like a dupe for the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. It's gone, it's dead. I worked on this in Project Random Uses, and then like the pan was just massive on this, so I decided to keep it out and just finish it off, and I'm quite happy with myself. There was 8.8 grams of bronzer in this. It's pretty big. This is not available for purchase though. I think this was like a free gift with purchase, so it's not on their website like at all, so I couldn't rebuy it if I wanted to. However, it did get me pretty curious in purchasing the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, not gonna lie. But a standard bronzer from Ulta is like $10, and it's not as much product. I think, I remember in ounces, it's like 0.27 ounces is like what their standard bronzers are, and this is 0.31 ounces. So this is a little bit bigger. Which I don't know why they don't just sell that, like sell this. Like, it's pretty frustrating actually, because like I said, this was a really good bronzer. I actually really enjoyed it. It was a nice shade. It was easy to blend out. No complaints there. But that's it. That is all my empties for June. I am pretty excited. Like, now that I've had this really good month this year, like it's almost made me like recharged and re-energized for the year to try to finish off like more and more things, you know, not in like a wasteful way, but just in a like, yes, we can do the thing, we can do it. So that's it. I thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're having a good day, a good night, a good whatever. and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.